Good evening. By authorization of the trustees of the Pennsylvania State University, it is my honor to declare the 81st commencement ceremony of Penn State Schuylkill is now in order. The ceremony in which we are participating continues a great tradition marking an important milestone in the life of an institution, its graduates, and society. University commencement ceremonies stretch back over 900 years to the establishment of the first universities in medieval Europe, beginning with the University of Bologna in 1088. Upon graduation from the Pennsylvania State University, today's graduates will have earned their place among thousands of scholars from these and other institutions of higher learning around the globe. In recognition of this, we wear academic robes modeled after those worn by scholars in the original medieval universities, both to recognize our heritage and to remind ourselves that we are members of a global scholarly community charged to pursue further learning, to conduct and promote disciplined research, and to use knowledge for the betterment of mankind. At this time, please rise, which you already did, as you are able, for our national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner, performed by the United States Marine Band. Please be seated. Welcome to our 2025 and 2026 graduates who we celebrate today, your friends and family members, and faculty and staff who have joined us in person today, and the many loved ones, alumni, and friends of Penn State who are watching online. We are also joined by members of our Campus Advisory Board and Co-op National Advisory Council. In particular, I would like to recognize Pennsylvania State Representative Tim Twardzik of the 123rd Legislative District. Our faculty marshal for tonight's ceremony is Ron Kelly, Associate Teaching Professor of Criminal Justice. Joining me on the platform are Bob Carl, President of the Penn State Schuylkill Advisory Board, Gabe Kamarousky, our keynote speaker, Mr. Keith Mosser, Penn State University Trustee Emeritus, Christina Talley, Alumni Leadership Committee Co-Chair, Angela Brown, Assistant Director of Academic Affairs, and Mr. Brian McHale, American Sign Language Interpreter. This is the 81st time we have gathered for commencement at Penn State Schuylkill. Each year, we come together as a campus community and invite family and friends to join us in recognizing our graduates. Tonight, we congratulate and celebrate 55 Penn State Schuylkill students from the class of 2026 who are graduating from the Pennsylvania State University. They have worked hard to earn degrees from our beloved university. It is a joyous occasion to celebrate their commencement in a packed venue with all the traditional pomp and regalia that are appropriate for such an occasion. Please join me in recognizing today's graduates in a round of applause. Our Penn State Schuylkill Advisory Board is a distinguished group of area business, government, and community leaders. They assist the campus in a multitude of ways. We are grateful for their commitment and dedication of our board members to Penn State Schuylkill, And at this time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce the president of our Penn State Schuylkill Campus Advisory Board, Robert Carl Jr.
Thank you very much, Chancellor. Good evening, faculty, staff, graduates, and guests. The Penn State Schuylkill Advisory Board is a group of community leaders who work together to provide advice regarding the needs of the region and support to help the campus accomplish its mission. We advocate on behalf of Penn State Schuylkill and support the campus in many ways, such as providing funds for scholarships, research, and improvements to the physical plant and equipment. As an aside, I will tell you that last year at graduation, I promised the graduates that we would work extremely hard to make sure Penn State Schuylkill remained a Penn State University campus, and we delivered. Because of the great leadership of our advisory board and the leaders in this community, the great leadership here on this Penn State campus, the faculty, and all you students, we are passionate about Penn State University, and we are extremely excited that you are graduating this evening. So on behalf of the Penn State Advisory Board, I extend heartfelt congratulations to all the graduates and their families for this monumental accomplishment. Each graduate should not only be proud of what you have achieved, but you also should feel excitement, great excitement, for the wonderful and sometimes unknown experiences that lie ahead. The Penn State degree you have worked so hard to earn will help open many doors of opportunity that will allow you to flourish in your careers, continue your studies, and contribute to your communities. Congratulations, graduates. May your successes be plentiful and your endeavors be fulfilling and bountiful. On behalf of the entire advisory board, we all congratulate you.
Thank you, President Carl. On behalf of the entire community, I thank you and your fellow board members for your dedication in serving Penn State Schuylkill. It is now my pleasure to introduce today's keynote speaker, Gabriel Kamarousky. A proud Schuylkill County native and 1996 graduate of North Schuylkill Junior and Senior High School, Gabe has built an inspiring career defined by leadership, service, and a commitment to improving the lives of others. He began his journey at Mansfield University, where he was a student athlete and later an assistant coach, before earning degrees in radiologic sciences and business, and ultimately an M.B.A. from Alumni University. Gabe's career in healthcare spans more than 2 decades, beginning as a CAT scan technologist and growing into senior leadership roles across several major health systems. In 2018, he was named president of Geisinger St. Luke's, where he played a key role in establishing a historic partnership that brought the first new hospital to Schuylkill County in nearly 90 years. Under his leadership, the organization has expanded significantly, earned national recognition for patient safety and quality, and invested more than $100 million into the region. Beyond his professional accomplishments, Gabe remains deeply committed to this community. He serves on numerous local and regional boards, including right here at Penn State Schuylkill, and continues to give back to the place he calls home. I see him all over the place, all around the community as a fellow member of the community, and I love it whenever I see him somewhere and I get the opportunity to say hello. So please join me in saying hello again and welcoming a dedicated leader, community advocate, and champion for healthcare, our keynote speaker, Gabriel Kamarousky.
All right. I heard this crowd's going to be a little wild, so I'm really excited to be here, and thank you, Dr. Scherer. So good evening, family, faculty, friends, and most importantly, the graduating classes of Penn State Nursing and Radiological Sciences. Congratulations. You made it. Relax. Today is the celebration of knowledge earned, skills mastered, and grit proven. Well done. But before we dive in with a few important magical words I'm going to share with you, I know it's going to be magical. Let's just give everyone a round of applause to the families who supported you through it all. You know, your students ready for healthcare when they say, I could make it on coffee and 3 hours sleep. You're ready for the night shift, so we're ready for you as well, after I share a few words. So I don't know, but let's give that group a round of applause, please. The second shout out I really would like to give, and Bob Carl also alluded to it, to the Penn State leadership team. I think it's very important to pause and share our gratitude to Dr. Scherer and his team, the entire leadership team, right here on the ground at Penn State Schuylkill, Penn State University. Without their leadership over the past 2 years, we wouldn't be here. I'd like to share our community's gratitude towards all of you, to you and your team, your leadership, and all you have done, not only for this class of current students, but for the future Penn Staters that will all achieve a world-class education right here in our community. Thank you. So when I was asked to speak today, I was deeply honored. I grew up in a Penn State household. We were screaming at the TV, watching those Nittany Lions since we could walk. To say it's an understatement, I'm a Penn State fan for sure. So I'm here to share a few thoughts, maybe give a word or two of advice to you guys. If I can keep your attention long enough, I know there's a lot of things going on in your minds, but on this very important day for you and your families. What you might find interesting, Dr. Scherer said it, my story began 20 years ago. I started my career as an imaging technologist at the University of Pennsylvania. It was right after 9/11, and today I'm honored to serve as the president of a hospital. Some people say to me, what in the world did you do? Well, it's a story, and I'll show a little bit of a secret sauce that I'm going to give you a little bit today. Today, I work within St. Luke's University Health Network alongside 24,000 colleagues that leads healthcare within the nation. I also have the privilege of being a member of this amazing advisory board. However, to briefly review my path, if you didn't read the brochure, I received a call not long after my graduation from a headhunter. They called me for agency work. I honestly wanted to work in sales. I said, okay, when can you start? I said, tomorrow. It was in Philadelphia. It wasn't long before I was asked to learn CAT scan, learn additional imaging skills. To be honest, I really did want to be working in sales. I was still interviewing. But it turned out I was pretty reliable. I worked well with others, and I was offered a full-time role to fill one of their staffing gaps, which still exists today, by the way, 20-plus years later. All because I said I would learn the skills and take on the extra work of the call team. Fast forward a few years later, working at Reading Hospital, now Tower Health System. I work as a CT tech again, but I got involved in training students. I volunteered again, worked with our department management team here and there, began to join committees, and ended up helping us improve efficiencies between emergency department, cardiac specialties, trauma, you name it. They were a level 2 trauma center at the time, now they're a level 1. Really amazing to see those organizations grow. Fast forward a few years later, I found an opportunity in the Pottsville area, my home county, where I secured a position in imaging informatics. This is the IT part of imaging, and then later a role in director development, vice president roles, working alongside many community leaders here today. Worked through multiple mergers, acquisitions, partnerships, and even unraveling partnerships. I've watched healthcare change from film to filmless. If you could imagine working in a dark room, rad science, where's the rad science folks? Are they over here? Where are they? Yeah, a dark room, right? It's 100% digital now, right? It's amazing. This happened in our lifetime. I've seen medical charts stacked to the ceilings and 15 people managing them, all converted to 100% digital platforms now that you all work through your phone. Medicine has changed, and it's changed dramatically over the past number of years. And if I learn anything, it's only changing faster. So that's my 4-minute synopsis of me on your day. Sorry about that, but I had to give you a little bit of that insight. I do it with every orientation class of new hires that we bring into our organization, and it's important that everyone knows this. But my message today is just a simple message. To the nursing graduates first, happy Nurses Week, right? It's Nurses Week, and you got the pin today, right? Congrats, good job. All right, excellent. You chose a profession that runs towards suffering, not away from it. It's a serious profession. You've learned that care is more than a medication pass or perfectly placed IV, although very nice. A very nice IV is good. It's eye contact at 3 a.m. It's in the middle of the night. It's chaos in the middle of the night. It's being calm. It's also a steady presence when a patient's world feels unsteady. To the radiologic science graduates, you've mastered art and the precision of seeing what others cannot. You learned that behind every image is a person waiting for answers, scared, anxious. Your work brings clarity in moments of uncertainty. You are the bridge between suspicion and diagnosis, between fear and a plan forward. But all of you share more important, trust. Patients and families will trust you with their pain, their stories, their bodies, and sometimes their lives. That trust is sacred. You completed the education at a time when healthcare is changing at breakneck speeds, and I'm not kidding, it's breakneck. Remember when AI just first came out? How much has it changed your life just from last year to this year, right? It is changing healthcare even faster. Breakneck speeds, new challenges, new expectations of both the colleagues sitting next to you, the expectations of your peers, and the families in the room all sitting behind you and visiting you as patients, all have changed dramatically in the past couple of years, even since the pandemic. America's population is aging at an unprecedented pace, with over 11,000 people every day. Those boomers are hitting age 65. Every day, more patients are living longer with more complex chronic conditions that required skill, compassionate care. At the same time, healthcare systems across the nation are faced with continued shortages of nursing and radiologic technologists, and demand is rising faster than the workforce, creating real strain on hospitals, clinics, imaging departments, and long-term care facilities. The reality makes your role not just important, but essential, right? You're entering a profession where your skills are urgently needed. Does everyone have a job? Everyone's interviewing or has a job, right? That's excellent. You're entering a profession where you are needed, where your presence will directly impact access to care, patient safety, and outcomes. You're not filling a job, you're answering a call at the moment when our communities need you most, which is fantastic. Yeah, while technology and AI advance and protocols continue to change and evolve, the mission of healthcare remains the same as it did when those charts were piled to the ceiling. Take care of the sick and injured, compassion with compassion, integrity, and teamwork. Teamwork is a big one. You've all learned to think critically in your classes. You've learned to move quickly but carefully. You've also learned that no one works alone. Healthcare is a team sport. And today, welcome to the team. There will be long shifts and hard days. There'll be some of the craziest things you are ever going to see ever in your life. I promise you. Bob Carl, right? There's stuff you're going to see, and you might laugh at it, and there's other things you're just not even going to see, ever want to see again. These are the craziest things, but you will enjoy it. These are the moments when you question. There will be moments when you question yourself. There'll be the moments when you feel honored to be part of something amazing. In those moments, remember this day. Remember that you all prepared the hours, the clinical rotations, the exams you thought you wouldn't pass, where you're studying up late, the skills you practice until they came second nature, right? Most importantly, remember why you started. Some of you are inspired by a family member, other by a parent, maybe sitting here, a nurse who cared for a loved one, some by a technologist who may have changed the answer that you had changed everything. Some simply felt the call to serve. Hold on to that calling. It will carry you through the noise. Now, to flash back to my story, to share what drove me to raise my hand to volunteer, I simply found I enjoyed helping people. I enjoyed helping people. I enjoyed learning. Don't lose that edge. You guys have that edge right now. You learn things very quickly. We're trying to adapt to you right now because you are learning faster than we're learning, which is fantastic. I enjoyed helping people and being part of a great team. I've been part of amazing teams throughout the entire state. That drive ultimately helped me change the care in our community, here in my community, and that commitment has drove me past any doubters along the way. Stay committed. Raise your hand. Go for those certifications. Go for those extra initials. Keep going. Don't let anybody hold you back. So back to you. Your community needs you. Rural hospitals need you. Urban trauma centers need you. Outpatient clinics, long-term care facilities all around here. I think we have 14 just in this county alone. They need staff. Imaging suites, emergency departments. I almost said ED and started throwing lingo around here, but I know you guys know it. So emergency departments all need your profession, who combine competence with compassion. And that's who you all are. So as you walk across this stage, you're not just receiving a diploma, you're accepting responsibility, right? You're stepping into a profession that touches every life, every day, every family, every community. So I leave you with a final couple of words. Lead with humility, practice with excellence. Don't sacrifice quality. Don't. Serve with heart and be a great teammate. Number one, be a great teammate. And all will lead you to awesome professional growth, amazing successes that will give you an amazing, rewarding career that you will always be able to look back on. Thank you again for having me here today on your very special day. Congrats, class of 2026. The future of healthcare is better with you in it. We are. Yes. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Kamarousky. As a token of our appreciation, we have this for you.
Thank you.
I'll leave it up here for you, and I'll bring it upstairs. There you go. It is now my pleasure to introduce this year's Students' Commencement speaker, Sadie Sitlinger. Sadie is graduating with a degree in Radiological Sciences. Sadie's journey reflects dedication, community spirit, and a deep commitment to making a difference. Sadie comes to us from Gratz, PA, where her roots have shaped the person she is today. She values hard work, family, and community, whether spending time hunting and fishing or giving back to those around her. During her time at Penn State, Sadie embraced all that campus life had to offer. She found joy in the close-knit community, the activities in the cafe, and most importantly, the meaningful friendships she built. After graduation, Sadie will begin her career as a radiological technologist at Milton S. Hershey Medical Center, where she will combine her skills, compassion, and dedication to make a meaningful impact in the field of healthcare. Sadie is grounded in her values, committed to service, and driven to make a difference. So please join me in warmly welcoming your student commencement speaker, Sadie Sitlinger.
My fellow classmates, here we are, the scene, event, or scenario that I am confident we have all envisioned or thought about perhaps as early as the 9th grade. Just like all things I look forward to, such as Christmas as a child, long-awaited family vacations, or even my high school graduation. I daydreamed and pondered on what that special day would be like long before they arrived. As I look back, I now realize that sometimes I fail to absorb and appreciate those special, sometimes small moments. The long study nights, early clinical mornings, the nerves before exams, the friendships formed in classes and labs. These friendships formed a common bond. These moments that seem so small at the time are the moments that contribute to defining us not just as individuals, but as medical professionals. As humans, we rarely pause to take a deep breath. We begin to look and plan for the next big thing. And as a result, sometimes those moments are never as exciting or special as we dreamed about. As the Penn State Schuylkill class of 2026 today, let's pause, take a deep breath, and let's cherish and appreciate this day, and remember it as something special. Our futures start tomorrow, and there are no guarantees written on the document we are about to receive. Unlike exams we've taken, there are no answer keys, no guarantees, and no perfectly outlined steps. Moving forward, it will require dedication, work ethic, sacrifice, and character to succeed. The occupations we are about to pursue are all important and contribute to a thriving society. There is something truly special about being in healthcare. We are stepping into roles where people trust us, often without knowing us, during some of the most vulnerable moments of their lives. As nurses and radiology professionals, we will be the calm in someone's chaos, the reassurance in their fear, and sometimes the voice that helps them understand what comes next. That is not something to take lightly. It is a privilege. My fellow classmates, we are unique not because we are perfect, but because we chose a path that requires compassion, resilience, strength, and moments that test who we are, and we made it through. That says something powerful about every single graduate sitting here today. There will be days in our careers that are exhausting, days that challenge us emotionally, mentally, and physically, but there will also be moments that are small, quiet, and meaningful, where we realize that what we do truly matters. It is important that the term successful be defined individually based on one's personal goals and satisfactions. Octavia Spencer has this to say about success. It's your turn to choose and define what success means to you. Now, others will try to define it for you, but yours is the only voice that matters. How true. Regardless of what your personal successes or goals may be, they will be unattainable without work ethic, dedication, focus, and most importantly, character, which are all traits that I've learned during my Penn State experience. There is a sense of anticipation of what lies ahead, knowing that everything we have all worked so hard for now is within reach. The beauty of our fields are that the opportunities before us are endless. The sky is truly a limit for what we can achieve as nurses and radiology professionals. Whether we choose to specialize, continue our education, lead, teach, or simply make a difference one patient at a time, our paths are wide open and full of purpose. And as I stand here today, I find myself on this podium experiencing numerous warring emotions dominated by those associated with accomplishments and good times. And I'm certain many of you here agree with me on that point. I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to the professors, clinical instructors, and staff whose dedication and guidance have played a vital role in my academic journey. They instilled values of strong character and a steadfast work ethic, which are principles that serve as the foundation for our future success. To our families, thank you for your patience, your encouragement, and your sacrifices. Thank you for listening when we were stressed, supporting us when we felt defeated, and yes, even for the small acts of love, like late night help when we needed it the most. We would not be here without you. Your belief in us has given us the strength to persevere through challenges and the confidence to pursue our goals with purpose. We carry your support with us as we take the next steps forward. Now, as we move forward, let us carry the lessons we've learned, not just from textbooks and clinicals, but also from our mistakes. Let those moments guide us, strengthen us, and remind us that our growth often comes from the challenges we face. Let's look back on this day with no regrets for the mistakes we made. Instead, let's build upon and use them to our advantage in the future. Starting tomorrow, our paths will diverge, but we will remain bonded in our experiences here. We are the Penn State Schuylkill graduating class of 2026. Thank you and congratulations to us all.
Thank you, Sadie. You make all of us Penn State Schuylkill proud. Every commencement ceremony features a special recognition of students who have earned academic distinction. At Penn State Schuylkill, we regard outstanding scholarship as deserving of public recognition. Ladies and gentlemen, I ask that you turn to page 4 of the printed program. You will see the members of the class of 2025 and 2026 who have earned scholastic distinction or who have served in the military. This includes those who were in the top 12% of their graduating class in their respective colleges. Will those students please rise as I read your names, hopefully correctly. The following students have earned cum laude distinction and are wearing a white honor cord. Madison Lynn Boyer. Jacob James Rossenberger. Madison Scott. Olivia Grace Marie Svoboda. The following students have earned magna cum laude distinction and are wearing a blue honor cord. Alex Bloom. Ellie Huntsinger. The following students have earned summa cum laude distinction and are wearing a blue and white honor cord. Mim Albertini. Lily Morgan Heinbach. Emily Scheib. The following students have served in the military and are wearing a red, white, and blue honor cord. Owen Patrick Hill. Congratulations to all of you. And now it is time for the moment you have all been waiting for. Will all degree candidates please rise? Trustee Masser, I present to you approved candidates for associate's, baccalaureate, and master's degrees from Penn State.
Chancellor Scherer, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the trustees of the Pennsylvania State University, I now confer upon each of you the degree or degrees you have earned as certified by the appropriate college, faculty, and dean. In testimony of this, you will receive a diploma admitting you to all the privileges, honors, and responsibilities of your degrees. As graduates of the Pennsylvania State University, you may now move your tassels from the right side of to the left side of your caps.
Please be seated. At this time, we have the pleasure of recognizing each graduate individually. Graduates, you will be called forward by row as Kim Quinn reads your names. Please join me on stage to be recognized and receive your diploma cover. To our family members in attendance, this will be a perfect opportunity to take pictures, but you will need to remain in your seats. We will have a professional photographer from Grad Images taking pictures of every graduate as they cross the stage. Grad Images will contact each graduate directly by email shortly after our ceremony with information regarding purchasing those photos. Information on how to obtain them will also be included in this week's commencement email.
So the graduates having earned an associate degree in radiological sciences, Mim Albertini. Jordan Elizabeth Becker. Alex Blum. Ada Nicole Bythewood. Alyssa DeBronzo. Dulcie Fuentes. Geldina Joka. Megan Lynn Hauser. Lily Morgan Heinbach. Owen Hill. Ellie Hunsinger. Emma Elizabeth Cuck. Alex James Krawchuk. Kaylee Melinda Kreider. Lainey LeBaron. Hannah Lichtenwalner. Peter Vu Pham. Alexa Margarita Rosario. Jacob James Rosenberger. Emily Scheib. Madison Taylor Scott. Sadie Sitlinger. Emma Grace Spittle. Sierra Toulousma. At this time, we pause to remember a member of our community, Suzette Eberly, from this year's graduating class in radiological science. Though she is no longer with us, her dedication, hard work, and presence on this campus will not be forgotten. We honor her memory today and extend our thoughts to her family, friends, and classmates. Graduates having earned the baccalaureate degree in nursing, Madison Lynn Boyer. Alyssa Marie Miller. Allison Ray Crockett. Abby Michelle Delpis. Caitlin Nicole Drum. Deanna Dumas. Trinity Alicia Maria Freeman. Ayana Denise Grant. Emily Diane Greppin. Amy Valerie Hernandez Diaz. Jasmine Hicks. Serena Doris Jones. Abby Mae Kramer. Kara Faye Kurtz. Alexandria Mia Lothar. Anna Tegan Matchett. Alexa M. Menjivar. Brianna Lynn Muffley. John X. Perkins. Emma Kimberly Perkins Chatterton. Sadaf. Giovanna Lynn Shelley. Maya Slinger Harvey. Sheldine Shaloni Smith. Carly Spangler. Olivia Grace Marie Svoboda. Ella Riley Vangeli. Kayla Alice Walker. and Faith Elizabeth Wolf.
Let's give our graduates another round of applause. And an extra kudos to all the women with the high heels who didn't fall. As a dad, that's all I'm worried about as I'm watching them walk across the stage. I'm like, oh no, they're gonna fall. Oh no, okay, they didn't. At this time, I am pleased to introduce Ms. Christina Talley from the Penn State Schuylkill Alumni Society.
Congratulations, class of 2026. Welcome to the Penn State Alumni Association, the largest and most passionate alumni base in the world. Penn State is committed to investing in your growth, not just during your time as a student, but throughout your entire life. That commitment shows up through lifelong learning opportunities and engagement with the university. Your Alumni Association is the bridge that connects you to this lifelong experience. There are more than 200 alumni groups around the world. Reach out to your local alumni chapter. They'll be thrilled to hear from you. Penn Staters lift up one another, share opportunities, open doors, and inspire one another to greatness. That support begins in your time as a student and continues through your professional development in every stage of your career. Our alumni community is your community. It is one way Penn State stays connected to you and how you stay connected to Penn State for life. So, it gives me great pleasure to induct today's graduates of the Pennsylvania State University into the Penn State Alumni Association. We're so happy to welcome you all to the alumni family. Thank you.
Thank you, Christina, and welcome to our newest alumni. I would like to close by thanking the staff members who helped making today a success, because it wouldn't be possible without all of them. All the members of our Commencement Planning Committee, Kathy Steingraber from Strategic Communications, John Peters and the IT team in the back, Don Summers and the Technical Services team, and our sign language interpreter, Brian McHale and Amelia Lamont. Thanks for all that you guys did in organizing and supporting today's ceremony to recognize and celebrate our graduating students. It's a lot of work, and we all do it with the same mentality of we're doing this for the students. Thank you to Ron Kelly for serving as faculty marshal today, and to every member of our faculty and staff. They are dedicated and caring professionals, and the success of today's graduates is in great part due to their hard work and dedication over the years. Thank you, faculty and staff members of Penn State Schuylkill. Students, graduates. Congratulations on your accomplishments. We have now hit the part of the ceremony after the main event where everyone is looking at their watches and mentally telling the speaker to speed it up. It's kind of like the end of church after communion where you're like, come on, let's go. So let me cut to the chase. This is your moment, and you should be incredibly proud of it. Relish in it. Be selfish about it. It is a big deal for you. Enjoy your moment. Congratulations once again, and I wish you continued success into the future. We will conclude today's ceremony with the alma mater and a recession of the stage party, faculty, and students. All audience members are to remain in place until the last graduate has left the gymnasium. And now, please stand for our alma mater for the glory of Old State, performed by the Penn State Glee Club, Penn State's oldest student organization, having been founded in 1888.